Happy Monday, everybody. Today's reading is the collective well-being for September 21st through Sunday, September 27th. So this message is for you. I hope it resonates with you, and we will get started. I'm going to start with the deck James Van Praagh and the Soul's Journey. This is a go-to deck of mine. I absolutely love it. And what we're going to focus on is the messages from the angels and the universe for your health and well-being. All of us. We're all in this together, right? So I'm just going to, as they say, shuffle up and deal and tell us what we need to know about our health and well-being for this upcoming week. And we have forgiveness. Forgiveness is really important for our health and well-being, and it says, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Isn't that the truth? When we don't forgive people, and even if that person is ourself, we put a block on the flow of love, on the flow of acceptance for ourselves, for others, for a spouse, for a partner, for a mother, for a father. And the only way that I hear for us to move through that and into our greater self is forgiveness. Something that I learned from an Ayurvedic holistic practitioner who was my mentor was the STOP method. And the STOP method is to stop. S for stop. T, take a breath. O, observe. And P, proceed with compassion. First for yourself, and then for the other person. Especially if that other person that needs the forgiving, you may not want to do some super type of spiritual thing with. Maybe you want to whack them upside the head. So you might need to take a minute and stop and practice forgiveness. Practice compassion. Again, first for yourself and then the other person. Even especially if you're the type of person like me and others that I know that will beat themselves up for the thoughts that they have of being mean or thinking unkind thoughts. Don't do that. First proceed with compassion, first for yourself, then the other. Because when we hold on to anger, we are not allowing love to come in for ourselves. We're not allowing the universe to really give us our own sense of freedom and liberation. And half the time, if we're not moving forward with that person and we're not granting them the forgiveness and we're not telling them, oh my gosh, I'm so upset with you, or even offering the chance to do that, we're holding it in. And if you guys know about chakras or energy centers at all, you'll know that creates a blockage. So that's message number one from the angels this week. And I'm going to pull a second one and see what else they have to tell us about our own health and well-being for this week. So let's focus on that, our health, our well-being. What do we need to know that expands on, double forgiveness. Abundance. I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Abso-freaking-lutely. You can do this. You were wired for abundance. And one of the first ways we do that is if we are practicing that forgiveness and we're having compassion for that other person, we're releasing that block that allows not only love, but abundance to come your way. And abundance could not necessarily just mean money. Abundance could be an abundance of compliments that you receive from a stranger in the grocery store or on the street or all week long. Maybe you're attracting that kind of a vibe, that kind of an energy because you've released this. So abundance can really come in many, many forms. Maybe you receive an abundance of self-admiration, or you have an abundance of self-worth, and this week you really just begin to value yourself in so many different ways. That's abundance too. And again, that will come from forgiving that other person or yourself and moving through that block so that the universe can really, really send you the gifts that you deserve. Third card, because I can't count always. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And boy, yes, that is the truth, right? When we're honest with ourselves about maybe needing to forgive that other person that's hurt us or wronged us, or some resentment that we're hanging on to, when we are honest with ourselves and honest with the universe, and we do the forgiving, that's again what sets us up into abundance. So I just think that's absolutely amazing that we have all three cards here really tied into your highest mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical health and well-being for this week. So we're going to start with those three cards, the forgiveness, abundance, and honesty, and I'm being told to move on to the next deck right now. And we are going to go with the Fifth Agreement by Don Miguel Ruiz and Don Jose Ruiz. It says with Janet Mills. Don't let me forget a name. Can't leave anybody out. Don't want to be non-inclusionary. Is that a word? I don't know. What else do we need to know about our spiritual and mental health and well-being for the week? We need to know right here. I don't concern myself with other people's opinions. Again, right here. I know that the opinions that come from other people have nothing to do with me. This really frees me. Whatever people think of me is really about the image they have of me, and that image isn't me. Isn't that the truth? This is really about perception, and we can tie that to this other previous card about honesty. And I'm hearing that, again, when we're honest with ourselves, we know it's true. The opinions of others doesn't matter. It doesn't, because you can stand in your own truth, in your own power, and know that this is what's coming for you this week. When you're honest with yourself, when you deflect or don't incorporate what it is that other people say. I've heard time and time again that what other people think of you, it's really none of your effing business. And it isn't, right? Because all that does is that puts someone else's ear, someone else's mind, someone else's thoughts and energy in your ear. And what you want to focus on is that sense of wholeness I'm hearing, and love and self-acceptance for yourself. And when you have that, you're going to display that and share that with others. So here we go. And then my next little being told, okay, we're going to go with the angel cards. Love this one, Angel Prayers, one of my favorites. It's a go-to. It comes in a digital deck as well, which I love for if I'm on the go and being told to pull for somebody digitally. And for those of you that wonder, yes, digital apps are just as effective as having a card pull just like this for you. Why? Because it's all about your energy. It's really all about the intent that you put into it. So right now, whoa, hello. Let me just scooch back, bend down, not kill myself as I'm falling out of the chair here. Don't mind me. Oh, and we have loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close at this time. This lets you know that there is somebody in your circle of teams, whether it's family, but definitely a loved one in heaven, that is meaningful to you, stepping forward to let you know that they are here to assist you this week for your mental, again, physical well-being and spiritual growth this week by focusing on these cards. You're not alone. You never will be, and you do have somebody up in heaven at your side, cheering you on and wishing the absolute best for you. So that's this week's card reading. I hope that it resonates for you. If it has, I'm going to ask you to do that thing you do. I want you to point and click and subscribe to Marissa the Medium so that you have every weekly reading and you don't miss out. And as I always say, be the